How good does this look? Minted lamb steaks and potato wedges cooked in 13 minutes. A nice crisp texture on the outside, soft, juicy and tender on the inside, and they tasted absolutely beautiful. So welcome to Big Ted's Home and Garden. In today's video I'm going to be looking at the Cosori TurboBlaze 6-litre air fryer. And I'm going to be looking to see if it's as good as the reviews say it is. This compact but versatile air fryer has thousands of 5-star reviews on Amazon. I'll put a link in the video description below so you can check them out yourself. As you can see, it's a stylish little air fryer that's not going to take up too much room on your kitchen worktop. And it's incredibly versatile. There are 9 integrated cooking modes, and each one of those modes can be selected easily using the bright and clear touchscreen control panel. The temperature range is massive, anything between 30 and 230 degrees C. There's the option to preheat, and each function has its own tailored fan speed. You can see this fan speed indicator just below the time and temperature. And you can then fine tune each mode if you want to adjust the temperature and time according to your preferred cooking schedule. The controls are so straightforward, virtually anyone could use this. Now, this precise control of fan speed is possible because this air fryer has a DC or direct current motor. And Cosori claim that the fast, high-powered airflow produced by this TurboBlaze DC motor enables this air fryer to cook up to 46% faster than an alternating current or AC-powered air fryer, and use up to 64% less energy than a conventional oven. Now, I can't verify these figures personally, but I did find that this air fryer did cook dishes significantly faster than the recommended settings displayed on packaging. This bacon took only 6 minutes to cook, and it was really nice. So, what do you actually get if you buy this Cosori TurboBlaze 6-litre air fryer? Let's open up the box and have a look. The first thing you see when you open the box is the crisper plate. This perforated metal plate is designed to sit in the base of the basket, and its purpose is to hold the food above the base of the basket so you get airflow all around the food so it cooks more evenly and it cooks faster. It also ensures that your food's not sat in oil. Any oil that comes off the food drips down through the holes and onto the base of the basket, thus ensuring you've got a healthier, lower fat meal. The crisper plate has 4 silicone rubber feet to hold it off the base of the basket, and it doesn't matter which way you put it in because apart from the rounded corners, the basket is square. So let's go back to the box. In the UK, this air fryer comes with a moulded 3-pin plug, and if I pull out the polystyrene packaging, you can see the air fryer itself underneath. So let's lift that out and see if there's anything else under there. And if I tip it forward, apart from the packaging, the only other thing that's in the box is this wallet. The wallet contains all your documentation. So if we open it up, the first thing you see is details of the 2-year warranty and how to contact Cosori if there's a problem. There's an adhesive sticker with recommended settings for common foods such as chicken, chips, vegetables, etc. And then there's the recipe book, which we'll look at in a minute, and then the user manual. The user manual in the UK edition is only in English. It's actually quite good. The thing is, this machine is so easy to use, I don't think you'll ever use this. I think it's probably a way Cosori covering their backs in case you do something stupid. You'll get a lot more use out of the recipe book though. The recipe book is full of useful information, such as recommended cooking function, temperature and time for a wide range of foods. There are tips to help you get the best out of your air fryer. And there's a good range of really interesting looking recipes covering everything from main meals through to breakfasts, desserts, appetizers, etc. Most of them look great, but I'm not so sure about this. I think I'll give that one a miss. So let's remove the last of the packaging. And there's our shiny new air fryer. The label on the top pulls off. There's more warnings on it for people who don't read the manual, a link to the app and some basic instructions. The TurboBlaze has a compact design. The official dimensions are 30 cm wide, 30 cm high and 34 cm deep, or 40 cm including the handle. I actually found it was a little bit smaller than this when I measured it, but the main point is the fact that it's not going to take over your whole kitchen. and you can access the control panel even if you place it under wall units. The dimensions that are most important are the internal dimensions, because this is what will determine what you can actually fit in your air fryer. I measured the basket as being approximately 236mm square, with a depth of 85mm with the crisper tray in and 114mm with it removed. That gives you an official volume of 6 litres, which Cosori claim is big enough to feed a family of 5, or in real life terms, you can easily fit a garlic baguette in it. The crisper plate and the basket are both coated with a non-stick coating, and they're both dishwasher safe, which makes cleaning up a lot easier. Though the basket's not the easiest thing to fit in a dishwasher. It's quite bulky and takes up a lot of space. One feature that initially annoyed me was the handle. To open or close the basket, you have to depress the button on the top of the handle. Depressing the button lowers the catch that you can see here, which would otherwise prevent the door from opening or closing. I found this a pain at first, but I now recognise it's actually an important safety feature. It stops young children reaching up and pulling the drawer out, and also the air fryer won't operate unless the drawer is fully engaged. You soon get used to it. If I take the basket out and tip the body of the air fryer back, you can see how it works. It's all pretty straightforward. You've got an electric element, and behind that a fan. The element provides the heat, and the fan circulates hot air around the cavity to ensure that everything cooks evenly. All air fryers work like this, but having a DC motor gives you more precise control of the fan speed. So it all looks good, but does the TurboBlaze actually cook food faster? I'm not going to directly compare the TurboBlaze with another air fryer, because our son took our last one when he moved out. What I can do though is compare the TurboBlaze with recommended air fryer settings. To cook these battered cod fillets, Sainsbury's recommend using a temperature of 200 degrees C for 16 minutes. So those were the settings that I programmed into the TurboBlaze. But when I checked after 13 minutes, the fish and the wedges were both clearly fully cooked. That's a time saving of about 19%. The fish was lovely and crispy on the outside, and if I cut it open, you can see that it's moist and flaky on the inside. It looked good, it tasted great. For minted lamb steaks and wedges, there were no recommended air fryer settings, but the recommended oven settings were 200 degrees C for 16 to 18 minutes. I used 200 degrees C for 13 minutes in the TurboBlaze, because I knew that worked well for the wedges. And if anything, the lamb was a little bit overcooked. Because the TurboBlaze is so powerful, I think you'll probably find that you will have a little bit of trial and error when it comes to perfecting your cooking times using this air fryer. Another example of how this air fryer can save you time and money: garlic bread. The recommended settings are 180 degrees C in a fan oven for 15 minutes. I used the bake function at 180 degrees C for 11 minutes. That's approximately 27% faster. And don't forget, you've not had to preheat the oven, which would take at least another 10 minutes. And that's what the garlic bread looked like after 11 minutes. Nice and crispy on the outside, and soft and juicy on the inside. So I've been very impressed with this air fryer so far. Build quality is very good. It's easy to use. It's very versatile. Touch controls are clear. The preset modes are useful. It's easy to switch between and fine-tune them. It looks good. It doesn't take up a lot of space in the kitchen. It's fairly quiet. In fact, it's almost silent on some modes. Even using the turbo modes with the maximum fan speed, I was getting average readings of about 50 decibels from about a metre away. Most importantly, everything I've cooked in it has come out really well. If you're interested in this air fryer, I'll put Amazon and direct Cosori links into the video description below. Check out the Amazon reviews, there's actually some really good ones. So I hope you found this video useful. If you have, leave a thumbs up. Any questions, leave a comment below. And don't forget to subscribe to Big Ted's Home and Garden. I'll see you soon.